welcome to Kim with Kim. Thank you guys for tuning in. So today we're gonna talk about Dr. King. So I mean, we have a lot to be grateful for, and I kind of was just, like, I was working on the holiday. I was upset. I hope everybody enjoyed their day. I hope everybody took a moment to resignate on everything he's done and how proud we have to be and how far we've come and how much further we have to go. This is an opening. But what I was thinking was, when did Martin Luther King Jr. Day become a day? So, happy birthday, Dr. King. That's why we celebrate. It's around his birthday. So Martin Luther King Jr. Day is always the third Monday in January, but his official birthday is January 15th. So, that's his actual birthday, but we celebrate it on the 3rd. But it didn't actually, it took so much work for us to even get this day as a federal holiday in the United States, which, is not shocking, but it also feels like, why, So the president that did pass this was Ronald Reagan. Even though at first he didn't agree that Dr. King deserved a holiday, he opposed it. And, after work. So in 1983 is when Reagan signed it into becoming a federal holiday. In 1980, what I found out was actually when the Stevie Wonder song that we all sing, happy birthday to ya, that song is actually how we got, that was Stevie Wonder participating in, getting Martin Luther King Jr. his own federal holiday. Song was promoting that. That song was made for Martin Luther King. I didn't know that. I just love the song. So, the more you know, the more you look up. So I thought that was nice. But also, I didn't like how long it took, reading things, how long it took, okay, yeah, Reagan approved it. He signed it into law, 83. Boom. It didn't really take effect until 3 years later, in 1986. Mind you, it's just, so shocking to me that Dr. King was assassinated in 1968, and it wasn't until the 80s that, this was happening to give him a day, which I understand, all the civil rights. I understand, it's taken America a long time to accept people of color. I'll just put it that way. But I don't agree with a lot of things. I just don't agree with the fact that you have to explain things. You should see, first of all, Dr. King was nonviolent. You should be very happy about that, because a lot of us are angry and have every right to be. But I just thought it was nice that, it did, it is a federal holiday. We get to enjoy it. We get to remember Dr. King, and, his legacy will live on forever. It just stunned me that, looking at years, if I should put it that way, okay, Dr. King was assassinated in 68. It's not until the 80s where we're Stevie Wonder's making a happy birthday song. Ronald Reagan is going back and forth on signing this into law. And then, in 86 is when it becomes a holiday, it becomes a law. But then it wasn't officially in every single state until the year 2000. Okay, New Hampshire was the last state to pass it, to actually say Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It took them to the year 2000. Okay, I just, it just shows you that people will always oppose something good, whether it's celebrating a man's legacy who did so much, literally lost his life for this country, the equality of others. And, Dr. King did so many amazing things. I think this video would be way too long if I went into that list. But, him choosing to be nonviolent was his choice. And, that's what got him recognized. If it took that much work to get Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a holiday, so it just stunned me a little bit that it took till the year 2000 for this to become an official holiday. But you know, now I love that you can't go into a city without a street being named after Dr. King. You can never forget him is what I like. You can never sit here and say, oh, I don't know who Dr. King is. It doesn't matter what background you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. If you know anything about the United States and you live here or not, you know who Dr. King is. And just to the base minimum of his accomplishments, which is that he gave his life for the freedom of others and so much more. But you know, his work, his reason, dedicating his life to, you know, not just himself, but the greater good of the community of people of color, of equality. Putting his life on the line for civil rights is not something easy to do, and there are so many unspoken names that we have to thank for. So, you know, even though Dr. King Day just passed, I personally don't, like, I thank Dr. King and I think of him and I, like, you know, it instills another strength in me, but also remember all those names we don't know, all those stories we don't know, all those people, you know, how many marches, how many bus rides, how many, you know, Emmett Tills, how many different shops, how many different people just walking home, all those lives living that way every single day now. And it's still not safe here. It's still not safe in America for anyone of color. We have so much to be afraid of. And it just reminds us that, you know, we can be afraid, but we can overcome. We can still have that strength. We are so resilient as a human race. We are so beautiful as people, and learning and knowledge, and you know, you have to know your history, you have to know what you come from to succeed, and not even on a personal scale, just like on a global scale. Like, you need to know all of the accomplishments of others, so you don't ever feel like what you're looking forward to is small. Like, nothing is too small, nothing is too big. Everything is the work you put into it. Everything is what you want to see and be the change in the world. So I just wanted to come on here and say thank you, Dr. King. You know, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I will list everything below on the YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, everything you do it for you. Bye.